Hey everybody, just getting started with our DermaFrac treatment. I am starting first with a light microdermabrasion before we get into the DermaFrac treatment. So you can see that I'll just lightly take off the dead cells from her skin here so that we can get started with our microchanneling procedure. And I want to know out there who's watching, where you're watching from. And today we are doing a DermaFrac treatment that competes with Hydrafacial. So I'm going to try to walk, talk, and chew bubble gum and do this procedure while I'm talking to you guys. So if you do have any questions, or let me know that you can hear me in the chat box, make sure that you give me a thumbs up that you're hearing me. Make sure everything is a go. You know how technical difficulties can plague us sometimes. So here we go with the forehead. And sometimes it's a little bony here. Uh, so you have to kind of get over that, maybe with shorter little strokes. Okay, so estheticians, skincare professionals. What is all the hype with the Hydrafacial? There are many different kinds of Hydrafacials out there. There's the Hydrafacial, which is like $30,000 plus. And you need licensing, you need to use their own serums as well. So it can be very costly to do. So I'm here to show you the DermaFrac today because it's a dual system. Of course, right now I'm doing a light microdermabrasion with the microdermabrasion handpiece. And if you can see the crystal impregnated pad there, we use a new one on each client. So you can guarantee that you're going to get a true exfoliation without anybody else's cells on the handpiece. And we all know what we mean by that. So if you read in the chat box, I am going to do the Rejuvenate protocol today. This beauty in my chair has dry skin, and she's concerned about some of the fine lines and wrinkles. So if you do any type of Hydrafacial out there, you know you do a lot of them. But why not do something that will really sink the teeth into serum, right? And what I mean by that is when we do the DermaFrac, we're actually delivering the specialized serums into the skin, not just on the skin, smushing them around. We are actually getting them into the skin. And also with DermaFrac, which, you know, the other systems out there, especially the $30,000 ones, which I'm not naming at the moment right now, you have to use their serums. And DermaFrac even has the ability for you to go ahead and use your own serum, a custom serum, so long as the viscosity is thin enough for it to run through the machine. So I'm going to show you what that's all about in just a minute. So I just want to collectively take this dead skin off of here before we get started. It's not always necessary to do this during your DermaFrac treatment, but it's really a great thing to do to have those needles get a little closer to where we're working. And today we're going to be working in 0.5. So 0.5 is the junction where all the magic happens. That's where we really, our collagen, elastin, fibroblasts can be manipulated. And so we're going to do that with our 0.5 roller, and you're going to see that it's comfortable. So we didn't do any pre-numbing at all, just a bit of microdermabrasion. And I'll have pictures from before, and then I'll show you the after pictures when we're done. And I wanted to make sure that I get this in 30 minutes. Now, I'm not rushing. I am going to do the neck as well here today. And I'm going to show you how to utilize, some of you have more serum left over at the end of your procedure, and I'm going to show you how to utilize that so that the skin is even more hydrated. You know, we don't just go through all the motions, vertical, horizontal, and diagonals. I want to make sure that my client is getting all the hydration that I can possibly give. And so with DermaFrac, I always tout that it is a 30-minute procedure, and because it's only 30 minutes, I don't need to apply a mask. And I'm going to show you how nice the skin is hydrated. And the serum that I'm using today is the Rejuvenate. And I love the Rejuvenate probably for most of my clients because it's got all of the peptides. It helps to blow up the skin a little bit. So for those fine lines and wrinkles, it really helps get the peptides in there. We're going to do a little bit of the décolleté too. So I think what I'll do here is just do a quick here. We like to get right here. Sometimes when we sleep on our sides, we tend to get a little wrinklage here. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of that with the DermaFrac too. Okay, so now that the dusting and cleaning has been done, now we're going to start with the DermaFrac. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Stephanie Halvik. I'm a registered nurse, owner of RN Faces, the Skin Classic, and Genesis Biosystem has been gracious enough to allow to sell, support, and train people on the DermaFrac. So here we go with the DermaFrac. Now, I've already primed this, already got this going. You're going to see the little needles in the skin, in the wheel, and you can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but you can see how the fluid comes down. It's a gravity-fed system. So when we're using this, and I'm going to go ahead and turn your head this way, I have very specific ways of doing this. And you can see that my model is very fair. So she does redden up even from just a light microdermabrasion. But I picked her because this is going to be a red carpet treatment where she's going to have the hydration, the peptides. She may be a little pink today, but she will be able to go out tonight. If I'm doing, and okay, so let me back up a little bit. When we're doing microneedling, microchanneling, whatever you want to call it, right? I'm going to start right here to begin with, and I'm going to walk and talk while I'm doing this. Most of the time, we're thinking about microchanneling for problem skin. Say somebody's got massive hyperpigmentation. Maybe they have more wrinkles. Maybe they have acne scarring, right? So we automatically think microchanneling. We've got to do it. Oh, you can see all that nice hydration coming onto her skin. But why don't we start thinking about doing microchanneling for your everyday client? Because when it's this comfortable, are you okay? Are you comfortable? Mm-hmm. Okay. But you can see how nice and pink she's turning. When it's this comfortable, and you can do it within 30 minutes. Shouldn't most of your clients be able to have this luxurious treatment? You know what people pay for a Hydrafacial. This is only 30 minutes, so you may not have to charge as much. So I did a vertical. Now I'm going to do a horizontal. I can hear all that nice serum going into the skin, but I can also see it too. And that's the beauty of DermaFrac. And look how easy. I'm just letting the wheel spin. I'm not pushing on the skin because this is a red carpet treatment. This is not for acne scars. This treatment right now is not for those problem areas where, yes, we would become more vigorous. I like to do the mask area right here now. I box out all of my areas of the face. I like to keep myself organized. And when I'm training others, I like to do the same because I want to make sure that this liquid gold in here doesn't run out too soon, or you don't have way too much at the very end. So if we work methodically, we won't. Now, I don't know if you can see how nice and moist all this is, but the wheels that are going into the skin at 0.5 are delivering this Rejuvenate serum down where it needs to be. And there's also some on top. And the serum on top will seep into the channels below. I'm going to go ahead and turn your head all the way this way. And if you're out there, go ahead and let me see who's here. Make sure that you go ahead and I want to show, okay. And now I'm going to do this side of the face. I want to make it so you can see. And if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box when I'm done, because I can talk and do, but I can't talk, read, do, and answer questions. I'll get back to you right after we're done with the DermaFrac. This procedure for this nice client would be done, say, once a month. That would be a good treatment choice. Now, I want to talk a little bit about our packages that we do. So everybody's got their own separate ways of treating, and I like to get my clients' skin in great condition very quickly. Clients like to see results soon, and if they see results quickly, what will happen is they will stay on their care plan. They'll continue to buy your skincare that you recommend, and you will build your practice. Now, like I said, this procedure can be done on your everyday client. And I like to, remember, I want to keep my handpiece in the vertical mode because it is gravity fed. I want to keep that serum coming down. And I like to do my crosshatch. You can notice that I'm not working too fast and I'm not working too slow. Okay, good. Now what I'm going to do, now I'm in a vertical position, but I usually work with the head straight, but for you guys, I might turn the head a little differently to allow you to see exactly how this is going down. So my chin area, I break up into two sections here, and I'm on I'm doing more of like that Hydrafacial treatment. So I'm not at a high suction rate. I am at 2, and 2 will, let me get here, 2 will give us a Hydrafacial look. We don't need to use a lot of suction. Suction, more or less, is for those who really need those treatments, heavy duty, the acne scarring. I'm doing something for her skin health with a 0.5 and the rejuvenate. So there's not really a reason for me to go heavy duty on her. And my point is this: your clients that you maybe didn't even think of microchanneling, go ahead and start thinking about microchanneling on all of them. I think across the board, we can all agree that microchanneling, microneedling, whatever you want to call it, is something that everyone can benefit from, even with good, healthy skin, to keep it healthier. As we age, we want to go ahead and take care of those fine lines and wrinkles. Maybe you have somebody in your practice that doesn't want to do fillers and Botox, so you want to do microchanneling. But then you have your run-of-the-mill client that loves microdermabrasion. Why not upgrade them to a DermaFrac? So over the lip area, sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable. Oh, you can see all that nice moisture going into the skin. Sometimes I'll do the little frac kisses. And what I'm going to do is go through her entire procedure, and then I'll come back to any little areas that look like maybe could use a little bit of attention. I'm going to turn you a little more. But you can see that I'm not pushing on the handpiece and I'm holding it back. The further I hold it back, the more relaxed my hand will be. And I can just let the suction do the work. That's why it is so comfortable. I've used every device known to man, and I've started microneedling in 1993, for those of you that don't know me. And I started doing it with a tattoo gun. Yes, that's right. And that's also called multi-tryptanic collagen actuation. So that is a form of microneedling. I've used pens. I've used stamps. I've used rollers. And nothing comes close to the comfort level that my clients have with DermaFrac. And let's see if I can get you guys. Okay. So on the nose, we can kind of go back and forth a little bit here. Yeah. And a lot of people that have sebum issues or pore issues, this is great to do. So now that I've come here, 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 I'm going to go straight up here, and we're going to do our vertical, our horizontal, our little bunny lines too. We can get in there and try to do those. Sometimes with the bone structure of the bridge of the nose, we may have to do more kisses than anything. But you'll see how after I'm done, I'm going to go into the little lines that we develop as we get a little older. But here are those bunny lines here. We want to get all that rejuvenate serum in there. And if you are inclined, I do have a group on Facebook called DermaFrac. And the DermaFrac group, very helpful. You'll see lots of video before and after photos of our providers with their clients. So I'm going to just take this halfway up because she's got this little ridge here. So it kind of stops the suction for me. So I'll do her forehead in two different vectors. So I'll do this. There we go. So some of you sometimes have trouble with that little opening there. And we always look at it. Just break it up into two different sections. And this way you'll be able to connect with the skin, let that skin suck right up into the hole there and get cozy with those needles. I'm going to turn you a little bit more. And then I always look at my serum. Yep, very good. I'm going to turn a little bit more here to the center. Okay, now I'm going to do this side. And let's see, we're about at the 17-minute mark, so that's not bad, right? I'm going to turn this down to 1, and I want to show you how we work under the eye. And I use the wheel in the same plane as the eyelashes, so they should go straight across here. And then I'll come in a little closer and see if I can get in there just a little bit more. This is a nice tender area, so we don't want to roll it across. We want to make sure that we just stamp this across and get that in there. I'm going to turn you this way. You can see how nicely hydrated that is. Is that okay for you? Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Okay, so, oh yeah, we've got good. So we're looking good on our serum. I'm going to do the neck, and I'm just going to roll. I stretch the skin. Let me see if I fix that a little bit better there. I'll stretch the skin, roll it up, nice and gentle, just nice sweeping motions, row by row by row, just like you are mowing the lawn. You want to pay close attention. That wheel is thin, so you don't want to skip spots. You want to make sure that if they're going to be a redneck, they're going to be a total redneck. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. And I'm going to turn you this way. We could make 2 passes on the neck, but I think because she is a little sensitive, or she's just a little reactive, I think I'm just going to make it 1 pass on the neck. So you can see that this is a very subjective treatment. I have a list of protocols that I use that you're free to use. They are in our group, DermaFrac. So you're welcome to those. And I still have a nice amount of serum. So what I'm going to do, as promised, to do this part of the décolleté. And let me just, there we go. if you're watching out there, let me know what your favorite serum is to use most of the time. Mine is rejuvenate, then hydrate, brighten, of course, for any hyperpigmentation and leftover acne issues. Okay, so now I want to show you something important. I have some more serum left over, so I'm going to knock this all the way down to 1. And when you want to deliver more serum into the client's skin so that they're so hydrated that you do not need a mask after. And let's see, we're at the 26-minute mark. I am just going to go over the areas with short strokes. This will let out the remaining serum that I have. You can see all the wet areas, and so what that's going to do is let that soak into the skin, because I'm going to do a 5-minute LED on her as well. But you can see, so I don't have to smush it around with my finger or anything like that. I just want to get this hydration into her as quickly as I can, because I want to make sure that I use up the entire syringe. Let me make sure I get a little bit more here. And I'll show you how I do that lip at the very end too. So I'm just dropping more serum off on the skin. Short strokes, kisses, so that I know when I put her under my LED, the serum will soak in. You know, when it comes to LED, you don't want the skin to be super wet, because that red light can scatter and won't really penetrate to the area in which you're looking to work with. Now, I'm not really looking for her to have the redness decreased, but that red light is super important for cosmetic. It helps to reduplicate, regenerate skin cells. So that's why I love it. And she's still going to be a little pink today, so I don't necessarily do it for that, but it does take away some of that. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. Now I'm going to put the red light on her, and then I'm going to look at a few questions. Oh my gosh, that was only 22 minutes. And go ahead and lift your head for me and down. Okay, and plug that in. Let's see where we. Ooh, wow, that's bright. Okay, so I didn't want to keep you too long, right? So I think I accomplished that by doing this procedure pretty quickly. I just want to see who is online, because we're going to sit with this for 5 minutes. I'm going to go over some questions that you might have here. And let me see if I could get you guys. Okay, I'll have to go on to my Facebook here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do these giveaways right now. So let me get to my page here so I can roll like a rock star. Is anybody having trouble with let's see. Oh, there we go. Good deal. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I love it, love it, love it. Thanks. And let's see. So my first gift up for grabs today will be, let's see, let me get, oops, I am a mess here right now. Okay, there we go. I'm a mess. Okay. So hang on just a second so I can get to my RN Faces page, because I have to go ahead and scroll to get those gifts to you. Let's see here. Okay. There we are. Okay, guys. Hey, thank you, everybody. Wow, look at everybody that's here. So I'm going to answer a couple questions that I have going on. Let's see here. Um, let's see. Cheryl from Oklahoma. Cheryl, how you doing? I think about you a lot. So you ask, what are the cost of the consumables? So this particular box is, you can see that's the Brighton and it's a 0.5. That complete kit is $42. And and then the microdermabrasion tip is just a couple of dollars. So it's very easy to use, economical. And let's see. Do you have to numb the skin? Chelsea Lynn asks. Absolutely not. No, you saw I did this entire procedure with a 0.5 needle. So, in some instances, that may be very painful or a little bit painful, especially like in the forehead where the bone is very prominent. This was a very comfortable procedure. You didn't even see her kind of wince or anything like that. So that was good as well. Thank you, Moto. You're replacing your microneedling with this. Yes, and yes. And Moto was a model at IECSC. So if you guys are out in Vegas today, make sure you go see Melissa Bolin, who is the marketing guru there. She is doing demonstrations there today, and the group is DermaFrac. So let me just get all my things here. What? Okay. So let's go ahead and let me see if there are any more questions. So I was really happy that you got to see it was only 30 minutes or less. And I wasn't rushing. I did a light microdermabrasion, did the DermaFrac. Now, just to recap, I did a treatment for her that was more of a red carpet treatment. And that could be the treatment of choice for a lot of your clients. You don't always have to think deep lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, scarring, hair restoration. Think about your everyday person that would benefit from a treatment like this. And again, we all know that microchanneling is probably at the top of the list for procedures that we can perform without lasers or injections. So I think it's a really great way to go. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I want to give away a gift right here. Let's see. First of all, I'm going to give away the silk pillowcase, which how you doing under that light there? Doing good? Okay. It's only a 5-minute treatment, but I'm getting long winded and we have gifts to give away. So let's see here. We've got the silk pillowcase. So now I am going to scroll, and let me, and I have, well, I did pull up Melissa Bolin, but we'll let her go because she's the marketing director for here. So we don't want that. I'm going to do this again. And Chelsea Lynn. All right. That's terrific. So, Chelsea, this is what you need to do. You need to private message me your full name and shipping address so that I could pass this along to my assistant and she'll send you this for sure in the mail. So we'll get that going too. Okay, so the next will be for the silk skin. Now, if you're in Vegas, I bet you they're in Vegas too. So if you are, you should stop by their booth. This is a great product for any of your clients that struggle with a little bit of fine lines, fine wrinkles. You know what I like to do with mine is if I'm going out for the evening, much like my mother used to put rollers in her hair before they went out, I would use this in certain areas like under my eye, over my lip. And then when I was ready to go out, I looked much softer. So it's a great product to use yourself or even if you start using them for your clients. So let me see who I am going to pick here. I'm going to roll. And let me get onto my space here. Okay, and we have for the silk skin is Cheryl Waynes. So Cheryl, make sure you go ahead in not in the chat box, but private message me on Facebook. Full name, address. I'm going to send this off so that my assistant gets this in the mail to you. You will love it if you don't already use them. So let me just see who else. So, and if you have more questions, I am just going to. Um, See if you have them in the chat box here. Nope, I don't see any more, so that's good. So see, I'm now at the 30-minute mark, and I told you I wasn't going to keep you, so let's go ahead. Real quick, we have the self-tanner from Imaki, and it's awesome. We want to make sure that everybody's skin stays safe during the summertime, so don't go for the tanning. Make sure that you do go for, let me just get on here, for the self-tanner. So let me get to RN Faces, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let me get to the comments here. And okay, so where am I? Okay, so the DermaFrac. So now I am here at the DermaFrac with a Brighten Serum and a 0.5. And I am going to scroll, scroll, scroll. And Amy Druding. Awesome, Amy. Amy, make sure that you get a private message to me and let me know that name, address, and we'll get that off to you. So, you guys, if there's not anything else, this will be available in replay. I'm going to cut it up a little bit so the giveaways aren't all in there so that you'll be able to watch this, utilize it in your practice. And of course, if you have any questions about the DermaFrac, how to acquire one, I'm the gal for you. So, you go ahead and just get me on my RN Faces page. You can find me on TikTok. This is also being streamed in YouTube. So any way you like to get it, you'll be able to see it. So I am so happy that you guys were here. I did run 2 minutes over. So have a great weekend, and I will see you in the group. Bye-bye.